Right then, hello, good evening, and welcome. My name is Paul. I'm also called Knack Knack. I usually do the daily brain teasers, and if you haven't seen them, they're floating around here, or here, probably here. I'll get the hang of this at some point. At any rate, I usually do the daily brain teasers, but I also talk about films that I've seen and about TV shows I've been watching. Just recently, I've been quite literally watching Watchmen, the HBO show, and I've been thoroughly enjoying it. But over the past few nights, I've watched the classic Doctor Who story that is Patrick Troughton adventure Fury from the Deep. And I've been telling people about it in three parts. I've done episodes 1 and 2 a few nights ago, then episodes 3 and 4, and tonight, or at least last night, and tonight I wanted to tell you about watching episodes 5 and 6 of Fury from the Deep. Following on from episode 4, episode 5 shows us the Doctor, Jamie and Victoria, Patrick Troughton, Fraser Hines and Deborah Watling, warning the European Sea Gas base crew that the weed is about to invade. Meanwhile, Harris, who's in charge whilst Robson is off ill, realises that at least 2 crew members who've got very good knowledge of the base, have been possessed by the seaweed, but also are vulnerable to pure oxygen. Meanwhile, Robson, who's notionally in charge, has been found in his cabin, and a desperate Miss Jones believes she can help him, but realised he is quite definitely possessed. It's only after that discussion between her and he that getting the Doctor's help to stop the weed's advance starts to look advisable. It's only when Jamie notices that Mr. Oak and Mr. Quill are hanging about the base's HQ and realises who the weed's hidden agents actually are. All of this confirms something else the Doctor had been thinking about. Someone had to visit the rigs where the weed is totally in charge. Episode 6 picks up from the end of episode 5 by showing us the possessed Robson on the rig threatening the Doctor. It actually looks better in the colour episode than it does in the black and white reconstructions. But at any point, it's at this point in the story where Victoria starts screaming at Robson has become. It's only then that the Doctor realises high-pitched screaming women can scare the weed creatures off and potentially destroy them and potentially release possessed humans from being possessed. The Doctor, Jamie and Victoria manage to flee back to base with the news, finding out exactly how difficult the weed is to escape, and also finding out exactly how difficult it is to fly a helicopter in the process when you don't know how. Getting back to base to find a tape recorder is almost providential. At any rate, did I enjoy this series? You're asking yourself. Paul, did you enjoy it? Did you wrap the story up well? Was Fury from the Deep a good story all told? Yes. The last 2 episodes are great. They're fantastic bits of work. These last 2 episodes tie the story up very well. The actual climax, where the team defeat the weed, comes about 2/3 of the way through episode 6, the last episode. Most of the rest of the story is taken up with Victoria, Deborah Watling, leaving the show. It's actually quite a sad thing to see her go. She's been with the crew for a while at this stage. The story itself as a whole is a very good base under siege story. It really is quite something to watch. You could possibly argue that Troughton's era overdid those stories, although the only other 3 that spring to mind are Tomb of the Cybermen, Moonbase, and Web of Fear, assuming London Underground's a very big base. It's the fourth in a set of 4 of base under siege stories, and they are all very well done. I think Troughton's era managed to hit its stride with this type of story. At any rate, I'm digressing. I still stand behind my point. Fury from the Deep is a great little story. It's a great little base under siege story. It's significant because Victoria leaves and the sonic screwdriver joins up for the next 50 odd years, and it is beautifully told, beautifully acted, has a twist in the tale, and personally, I think it's going to be worth your while watching it, whether you're a fan or otherwise. Check it out. It should be on Amazon. It should be on practically every...
It's 21 hours.
Thank you, Katie. It should be on practically every video on demand service you want to watch. I'd say you'd be spending its money well spent. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Take care. Right, just as a quick afterward, I'm going to apologise now quickly about the bulk of how this particular review works. I've been experimenting with different backdrops on my green screen setup. I thought I'd go for a black one to see how it looked, and unfortunately it's not worked out as well as it could. My apologies for that. Please enjoy the review. Let me know what you think of it and of the effect and of Fury from the Deep. Thank you for watching.